Hello children, welcome to the online class of science. As you know, we are discussing about force, work and energy. This is chapter 12. Today we will be doing part 2. You remember what we did in part 1? Yes, we discussed what is force. Okay, so now I'll just give you a refresh of what is force. Then further we will discuss more about force. So whenever you want to open the door, you pull it. When you want to push or when you want to close the door, you push it. Yes. So these things like push and pull on any object you are doing every day in your daily life. Yes. So you can say that a push or pull that acts on an object is a force. Push and pull is required for any object if you want to move it. Yes? So you can say that push or pull that acts on an object is called a force. Now, force can have different effects on the object. Yes? Like force can stop a moving object. Right? Suppose anything is moving. Suppose a ball is moving on the ground. You want to stop it. So you will go and stop it. You can hold it or you can just stop it. Yes? Similarly, you can also kick a football or anything if you want to make it move. Okay? So it can also stop a moving object. It can also make a object move. Yes? Another thing, force can change the direction of moving object. As you know very well, in the game of badminton, you hit the shuttlecock and it changes the direction when it goes to the opposite player. Yes, then the opposite player can strike it. So it changes the direction of moving object. Similarly, force can also change the shape of the object. Yes, like I told you, when your mother makes a chapati or roti, she rolls it. Yes, so when she rolls it from the dough, it is a round. You can say round like a ball. Then she rolls it and makes it flat. Okay, so now the shape is changed. In the same way, when you play with your clay, yes, molding clay, or when you make different types of toys from the clay, you apply the force and mold the clay in a different shapes. Yes, so you can say that force can change the shape of the object. Yes, so now shall we go further? Yes. So, like this, there are different types of forces, different kinds of forces are there, okay, which we are using. So, from those, we are going here to discuss about force of friction and force of gravity. These two types of forces we are going to discuss. And today we will see what is force of friction, right? Yes. So now look here. Have you noticed, have you seen what happens when a toy car is pushed on a surface? Okay. So what happens? The car stops after some time. You must have noticed it. So what happens that a force acts on this toy car and makes it stop. Make it stop after some distance. Okay, and this force, it acts in the opposite direction of the motion of the car, and this force is called a force of friction. Yes, so it acts on the car, and it also acts in the opposite direction, and it makes the car stop. Okay, so same way, suppose now you take the toy car, and suppose it is pushed on a bit smooth surface. Okay, smoother than what earlier you had pushed the a toy car on. Okay, so if the surface is smooth, the toy car will go for the farther distance. Okay, like you can see here in this picture. See here, the surface is rough, you can see it and see the distance. While look here, okay, here this side, see, the distance covered by the car is more. Why? Because the surface is smooth. So here also the force of friction is there. Because of force of friction, the car has stopped, but it is less than the force of friction which acts on the rough surface. Understood? On the smooth surface, the friction is less. So the toy car goes to a longer distance, you can say. Okay? And this force of friction is very important for our daily life, you know. I will give you different examples. This force of friction make us walk on the surface nicely, right? We will see different examples of the force of friction, right? So see here, as I told you, it helps us in walking, in running. Okay, see, now what happens when you walk? Okay, see, in this picture, when you walk, a friction is created with the ground. Okay, a friction is created with the ground, and it helps you to walk. And when you wear the shoes, okay, see the shoes here in the picture, and look at the sole. See here, look at this sole. Okay, do you see a grooves present? That is the design on the sole of a shoe. Yes, in your daily footwear also you see some design. Okay, and or you can say that the grooves are present on the sole of a shoes. So why it is there? So that it creates a friction on the ground, and then you can easily walk or run on the ground, right? So it is very important for us, right? Another example, see, here you see a tire of a car. Hmm? And you also notice that here also so many grooves are there. See, this the full design. Okay, the full design is there. So why it is there? So that it makes the surface of the tire rough, and it also helps to create a friction with the ground, so that it makes the balance with the car with the road. On the road, the car is balanced. Okay, and it can move nicely. Yes, and whenever brakes are applied, it also stops the car. So these grooves are very important to create the friction with the ground, with the road, you can say. And when these tires become old, you will notice that these grooves disappear. The tire becomes smooth because they are worn out, you can say. Okay, so that is the time when you need to change the tires. Yes, so you can say that friction is important for the tires, for the vehicle, and the tires are present with the grooves, so that it creates the friction with the ground, right? Further example, see here. You all must be riding a bicycle, right? So this bicycle also can stop when a friction is applied. You put the brake, isn't it? When you put the brake, a friction is created and it helps to stop the bicycle. Okay. Now, see here. What is this? Hmm? This is a carom board. Very well known. You know how to play a carom, right? And you are also familiar with what is happening on the carom board. What they are doing? They are putting some powder on it. Yes, you also do it now. Why do you do it? Hmm? So that your coins move smoothly on the carom board, right? So what happens when you do not put this powder? Okay, the surface is rough. As the surface is rough, more friction is created, and because of the more friction, the coins do not uh, do not do not move smoothly on the carom board. Yes, children. Yes, na? So when you put the powder on it, the surface becomes smooth, and as it becomes smooth, your coins can nicely move, and you can have more number of coins in your kitty. Yes. So a powder is sprinkled on the board to reduce the friction. Understood? As I told you, the smooth surface do not have more friction. It has less friction. So now here we do not need more friction because we want to move your coins. Yes, you want to move your coins and you want to win the game. So you put the powder on the carom board. Yes, this is all about a force of friction, right? So, as we can summarize it, due to friction, we can walk on any surface. Friction opposes the motion. As it opposes the motion, it makes the object stop, right? Due to friction, we can stop cars and vehicles. And friction is less on a smooth surface. So now we know that the force of friction is very important in our daily life. Yes, children? So here I stop our session. In the next session, we will learn about another type of force. Till then, take care. Thank you.